What is going on, everybody? Today it is the Painless Cash Buyer Secrets call where we're going to show you guys exactly how to find cash buyers for your deals, because that's what we do. We got to find cash buyers. All right. We want to get deals done, right? So anyway, if this is your first time watching this show or this live, I want you guys to do me a favor. Please like this wherever you're watching it, because it does extremely help the algorithm to get this in front of more people. So go ahead. If you're watching, this is live. So if you're watching this, tell me where you're watching from, because I'd love to connect with everybody, especially if you're in an area where I need buyers or I want to network and maybe we can do some deals together. Let me know whether you're watching this on Facebook, YouTube, whatever platform. Let me know where you're watching from. I can see in the comments through StreamYard. So I'll give you a shout out if it comes through. Okay, we got some people coming in right here. We got someone from Wisconsin. I've never been to Wisconsin before, but sweet. Neshkoro. Never been there, but I'm sure it's nice. Yeah, so again, what do we do on this call? I show you guys exactly how to find buyers for your deals using one of the platforms I use all the time, Batch Leads. Okay, I'm going to show you on my TV. I can't show you on my computer screen. I can't share my screen because we're going live on YouTube, and YouTube doesn't really like when we show all the great data that Batch Leads has. They're like, hey, that's too much good info. That's what they say. That's too much good info, and we don't want everyone seeing all that good info. So that's what we got to do it on my TV. Now, if you can't see the TV very well, get Batch Leads. Just try, you're going to follow along. So it should be easy to see, but if it's not, it's because I got the lights going on. But I'll explain it so you guys can follow along, even if you can't see 100% what I'm doing. Okay. So what's going on? Does anyone have any deals they need to sell? Maybe by the end of this call, if you have a deal, you can throw in the address and I will be able to help you. Maybe I can help you find a buyer for that deal too. And I'm also going to call some buyers too. So we're going to look, and then we're going to look using Batch Leads, find a buyer. I'm going to call some people live, show you guys exactly how to find buyers. All right, awesome. Thanks for everybody that's kind of putting in where they're watching from. California, love it. Kansas City, Big Bear, California. They care. Yeah, exactly. All of a sudden they care about it. I have a deal I need to sell. Okay, Johnny, stay with us. I'm going to, this is what we're going to do. DM me on Facebook, the address of the deal, just so you don't have to put it everywhere. Go DM me, go to my Facebook profile, DM me the address, and I will, I'll look at the deal and I'll help you learn how to find a buyer for it. Okay, we got Bluffton, South Carolina. And last time we'll actually probably ask at the end of the call, but if you're watching this live, give me a thumbs up, give me a like wherever you're watching this from, because again, it does really help the algorithm to get this in front of more people. We want more people to know how to find buyers. So go ahead, do that favor for me right now, wherever you're watching. I can see how many likes are coming in. I'm not seeing a lot, and I know there's a lot of people on here. So just do it. All right, just like it. It does get this for more people. Like I said, more people need to know how to find buyers. So let's talk about how I found this deal. So I don't know about if everybody knows what I do. What my strategy I use is called painless flipping. It's where I take deals that are already for sale, whether it's from another wholesaler, whether it's on the MLS, from someone else, someone that is on my like someone I've networked with in my community, and I find a buyer for their deal really quick. And I either I work with the wholesaler and I say, hey, let's split a fee, or I just tell the buyer to pay me directly and we just give the wholesaler what they want. Okay. It's easier. I don't necessarily always have to go find deals and do marketing. They're already there. There's thousands of deals available. And if you guys ever want to know how to find them, I'm going to explain where you can find them through networking, through working with agents, with wholesalers. But if you want to dive deeper into what I do, I have a free masterclass. If you go to the Facebook group that's on the scroll at the bottom, Painless Flipping, you can join our masterclass from there. But anyway, let's get right into it. So I was talking to a company called Agent Investor, okay, or Investor Agent. That's what they're called. And they come across deals all over the country. And I said, hey, look, this is what I do. I have good relationships with buyers, and I have a way of finding buyers quickly. Do you have any deals that I can look at that I can find a buyer for? And they said, yeah, I got 3 of them. I got 3 that we need to sell. So I'm like, okay. So I'm going to look up a deal right now on Batch Leads, and I have buyers, but I'm going to show you guys how I do if I didn't have buyers. And yeah, we're gonna show you how to do it. So the address to this property, I got to go to my CRM, so I'm going to be messing around with my computer a little bit. So the address to the property that I'm going to be working right now, let's pull it up. I need to find a buyer for this property that's, I'm just going to tell you guys because I don't care. If you guys find a buyer for it, hit me up. Great. It's 516 Legume Drive in Port Orange. Okay. That's the deal that I need to find a buyer for. So what do? I'm going to go to Batch Leads right here. I'm going to type in the address that I need to find a buyer for. Okay. Because then I'm going to show you guys exactly how we're going to use this. So I'm actually going to bring this up a little closer. Let's see if it gets a little easier to see. Okay, so dang, I got this giant light here. All right, I'm gonna turn off the light. I might not look as cool, but okay, let's see. This will probably work. Okay, so let's move the camera a little bit. Okay, so here we are. So I'm gonna go. If you don't have batch leads, you go to the left, and you can get a free trial. DM me, and I'll hook you up with a free trial as well. But anyway, so you go here and you type in the address, and again, the address of this property is, if you want to help me find a buyer for it, 516. All right, Legume. I think that's, you can eat a legume. I think that's something you eat. Legume Drive, Port Orange, Florida. Okay, so you type that in. Okay, did everyone see? Just go boom, boom. And what it does, Batch Leads will say, hey, everybody, that is your property. Okay, and it's listed right now. The person that I'm working with has the property under contract. Even though it's listed, they have it under contract for less than the listing price. Okay, so what I can do here is I can go to quick filters. Okay, and I can look under the quick cash buyer tab or just the cash buyer tab, and it should populate cash buyers. But first I have to actually circle it. Okay, so I go to the drawing tool down here. There's a my dang thing is in the way. My name's in the way. There it is. Okay, so you go here to the draw tool, and I'm gonna draw a box around this property. Okay, and we're going to see if there's any cash buyers that are in this small range. Okay, I did a smaller range here. Okay, so let's see how many. Okay, it says there's 26 cash buyers there. Amazing. 26 just in this little range. Okay, so I click on the cash buyers. Now these properties, as you can see, they're red. They've already been sold. Okay, so if I want to reach out to someone that bought a house and flipped it already, then I can reach out. You can see these have all been flipped. I want to see which ones are currently on the market right now. Okay, I want to see if there's any ones that are currently listed where I can call and there's an active deal going on. Okay, so in this little range, there are no active deals that have been flipped. So I might need to juice up the drawing and make it bigger, right? Like the range. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. Because again, I'd rather talk to someone that's not flipped a house like a couple months ago. I want to talk to someone that's done it, that's doing it right now. Okay, so I'm going to redraw the range, and let's see if I can make it bigger. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm sorry, guys. This is a vibe board, so if it's slow, it's not my fault. Okay. All right, so you see that? I'm making a bigger range. Let's see if there's going to be any cash buyers in this. Okay, right here. So here's a flip that's active. Here's a flip that's active. These are all flips that are active. Now, I'm going to interact with you guys now. Now, you guys don't need to see this immediately, like at the moment. So I'm going to turn my nice light back on. Come on. All right. So for everybody that's watching live, can you tell me what I would do now? I know what I need to do, but I want to interact with you guys. I typed in the address of the property I need to find. I went and I circled, boxed an area looking for cash buyers. What do I do now, guys? In the comments. It's pretty simple. It's not scary. Thank you. Just give them a call, right? So there's two options here. I can go to one and I can skip trace the buyer and call the buyer directly, but I actually prefer calling the real estate agent because the agent has the contact info. They have the relationship. If I call the buyer, maybe they might not know me. They might not trust me. They might not, who knows? But I like calling the real estate agent. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you guys where you get the data right now. and that's it. And this says find what has sold. Yeah, exactly. We found out what's selling. You can see what's sold, but I like to see what's selling because they're currently either about to sell it and they're looking for their next property. That's why I like to go, because these are active. Now, if you go to one that sold like a couple months ago, who knows if they're still looking? I don't know. So you got to find the number to call. You guys are crushing it. I love it. Okay. And while I get up this data, again, do me a favor, hit that like button so we can get this more. I can see how many. Oh, whoa. Fireworks. Let's go. Hit that like button wherever you're watching this so we can get more people seeing this. It would really help the algorithm. I've already said that multiple times, but I haven't seen that many likes come in. So help a brother out. Okay. So what we're going to do right here is we're going to call on this property right here. I'm going to click it. Actually, the property that I'm looking at, the one that I have, it's actually like a 2-1. It's pretty small. So this one's a 4-2. I want to find someone that's willing to flip smaller homes. Okay. So let's look for one that's smaller. Okay. I can filter it here if I want to, but I'm just going to scroll. Okay. So these are 4-2s. This is a 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. Okay, we're going to go for one of these 3-2s. We'll go on this one. Okay, so I'm going to call. So all you got to do is click on here, and it should populate the data. Let's see if it. Honestly, on the buy board, sometimes it's hard to know where to click for it to come up. Okay, here it is. That's where it is. Okay, so 2 options here, everybody. We can go here and skip trace the buyer, which his name is Roger Dean. You know what? Let's freaking skip trace Roger Dean. Let's give it a shot. Let's skip trace this dude. Come on, Vibe. Let's go. Okay, so then you got to select the list of what you want to do. And it's just, it's populating. It's going. Okay. And I see that Johnny Ramirez, he's got a deal for sells, and he sent it to me on Facebook. I'll take a look at that right after we do this one, Johnny. Okay. It's giving me some. It's not populating that dang list. Come on, Vibe. It's pretty cool that it's touchscreen, but it's like a freaking giant. So sometimes it takes a little bit. All right. Trying to skip trace it. And it's like 8 cents to skip trace. And if you have the basic plan, then skip tracing is free. So it's pretty dope. Up to like a certain amount of records. But let's see. But this is much easier on your computer. I swear, everybody. Come on. Piece of trash. Come on. All right, let me try it again. We're working it. You know what? I think the Vibe's tripping on me. The Vibe board. Bump it. I'm going to just do it on my computer super fast. I don't want to give up on the Vibe, though. The Vibe board. Come on. Okay, I'm going on the computer. So if you guys have any questions, throw them in while I look this thing up really quick on my computer. I'll get the phone number fast. So what I just showed you on Batch Leads is the same thing as you do on your computer. Super easy. We're just going to skip trace it. Let's see. So this guy's name is Roger Dean. So I'm going to find Roger Dean. Freaking Roger, come on. All right. 516 legume. Legume is something you eat, right, guys? I think so. I might be right or wrong. I got to look it up. But anyway, all right. So I'm skip tracing them right now. But you know what? Instead of skip tracing, kind of, because it won't take forever, but I just don't want to waste everybody's time. Let me just call the let's see. Let me just call the real estate agent that had that deal. Okay, that'll probably be easier. Okay, because the numbers are really fast. So let's just do that. I'm sorry, guys. I should have skip traced it before, but I like to do these things live. And sometimes there's when in a live, Oh, that's right. It's a nut. A legume is a nut. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for saying that. All right, we're going back. We're going back here. Okay, so if you guys are just tuning in, you can just see it again. All right. So anyway, I just typed in the address of the property I need to find a buyer for right here. We're going to zoom out. We're going to go here. We're going to draw to see who we can get in this area. That's a cash buyer with a property that's currently on the market. So we're going to go on market. We're going to go cash buyer, quick filter. We're going to go cash buyer. 19 cash buyers. Okay. Just doing this because it's easy, faster than having to do. It's all good, man. Okay. No, I appreciate Brian. I appreciate you saying that. I'm trying to scramble, but you know the vibe board. Dang, it's freaking taking forever. All right, but I appreciate your patience. I appreciate you. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. So I found the property, clicked on it. It's loading. Now you can skip trace it, which it was the vibe board was struggling, but now if you want to call the agent, all you have to do is click on the MLS filter. And from the MLS, you can see the agent that's representing on the deal. His name is Tyler Dean. Hold on here. Roger Dean and Tyler Dean, maybe they're family members, maybe they're friends, maybe it's the same guy. We're about to find out right now. Okay, we're about to call him. So you got the data, and it usually gives a phone number. The office phone number is 386-562-1179, and we're going to give him a call. Now the office number, sometimes it's like the cell phone number, sometimes it's the office number. You never really know, so we'll just call it. So it's 386-562-1179. Okay, let's see if this is him. So I'm just calling. I'm gonna ask him, hey, you looking to buy more properties? That's about it. Obviously it's smoother than that, but you'll see.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record.
Okay. All right. So I got another trick for you guys. So if you call that office and they don't answer, what you can do is you can type in the guy's name, Tyler Dean, and usually tells the brokerage that he works for. This one says RESFL. So we're going to go RESFL, Tyler Dean. RESFL, Tyler Dean. We'll see if we can get his contact info. And by the way, like it, you know, you can do this for any other agent out there. Okay, so here we go. Broker and sales at real estate at Realty. That might be him. He's a good-looking guy, huh? Yeah. Seems like a nice guy. See if we can get his contact info. Tyler Dean. Yep, okay. So we got his email, but we don't want just his email. Man, unfortunately, my man's got 1 star. Ooh, that's not fair. That's not fun. 1 star, forget that. Whoever left him that was just savage. Maybe he just did a terrible job. I doubt it though. He seems like a nice guy. Let's see if we can find. So he's got his Instagram. We can hit him up. He's got his Twitter. Okay. This is 386. Okay, so here it is. Maybe he just didn't answer his phone because that's the same phone number we're getting here. Let's see. So 386-562. Yep, that's the same one that Batch gave me. Okay, so let's give it one more call because sometimes people don't answer my calls because I'm coming from a Georgia number where I grew up. If not, if it doesn't answer, I'm gonna have to text it. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one I'm calling right now.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Tyler, how you doing? This is Nathan. I'm calling you about the property on 208 North Brighton Drive. So I'm a real estate investor and I wholesale, and I actually have a property that is really close to the flip that either you did or you represented a flipper on. And I was wondering if you're looking for more flips. Like I said, I have one right down the street. I'm trying to wholesale, and I was wondering again if you'd be interested. I'd love to send you any details on it. I got pictures. I got all the information you need to see if it's be something you're interested in. And I'm really trying to move it quick, so I might be able to get you like a really good deal on it because again, trying to move it fast. So let me know, call me back, and I'll also send you a text so you can just respond to a text. Thanks. Bye. Okay. So you do enough of these, you're going to find an agent that has many cash buyers. And the thing with the agents is they're usually tapped into their network. So, locally, so if like maybe they're not interested or they're not a flipper, then they know some people. Okay. So I'm going to text them, hey, are you looking to flip more properties near your listing? I have one I'm wholesaling. Buy your listed flip. Okay. All right. So I could do a couple more, but let me get some feedback from everybody that's watching and listening right now. Do you guys kind of get the gist of what I just did? I typed in the address of the property I have. I don't even have it under contract. I'm just looking for a buyer, and once I find one, then that's when the contract can happen. That's when I can do it. It's already under contract. I already know the wholesaler that has it. I'm not going around them. We're working together. But does everyone kind of get it? Put the property in there, look for a buyer, calling agents, calling investors. You can skip trace. I prefer talking to agents, and we're calling and saying, hey, you want to look at a property, and then you send them all the info, you get an offer. You get a legit offer, you present it to the wholesaler, the agent, whoever, say, hey, is this, you ready to go? You add your fee on top, or you have your buyer pay it. You just made 3,000, 10,000, 5,000, a million, whatever the fee is, and you do it like that. Do you always find the buyer first? So in my situation, for the strategy that I do, painless flipping, yes, I find the buyer first because I already know where the deals are. I don't have to go find a deal. There's hundreds of deals available right now that I can go find buyers for. All I'm focusing on is going and getting a buyer for that deal and getting it done. So guys, check this out. My boy just texted back. What's his name? Tyler Dean? Boom. Just like that. Some people don't want to answer the phone, but they'll answer a text. So what if they steal before you get under contract? So it is under contract. It's just not something I have under contract. Does that make sense? So it's under contract with another, it's a platform that wholesales deals. Okay. So they said, hey, we got this deal. We're trying to sell it. We splashed it out. None of our buyers are really responding. Then I say, okay, look, I can make some calls. I can see if any of my buyers would be interested. I have buyers, but I'm showing you guys how you can get some if you don't have them on batch leads. All right. So it is under contract, so they can't really steal it. It's already under contract, and I'm reaching out to see if anyone's interested. Does that make sense? I'm not worried about someone stealing it. Okay. I'm never really worried about someone stealing it because if someone steals it, I'm going to find out, and then I'm going to let people know that that person is a stealer, and those people never last long. If you're going to steal deals, it's just you're not going to be very successful. All right, so you said, yes, send me the address info on that house, please, and I'll get you a cash offer on it by the end of the week. By the end of the week. So I'm going to say, do you have some time to chat on the phone? I just wanted to see if, I'm going to talk to text because it's much easier that way. Awesome, exclamation point. Do you have some time to chat on the phone so we can discuss it a little bit, period? I'm not sure if you're just a real estate agent or if you fix and flip as well, because I come across a lot of properties. So I would want to make sure I'm not saying you stuff that's not worth your time if we continue to do business in the future, period. Can you give me a call real quick? Question mark. Okay, we'll see. He is a wholesale. It sounds like it, but he listed a property. So he's obviously an agent. So we know he's an agent, but I'm not sure if he's, I think he might just be like, hey, send me the information and I'll get you a cash offer. It sounds like a wholesaler, but he's a real estate agent. Maybe he does both. I want to talk to the guy. I want to feel him out. Okay. So you guys kind of see what I'm doing. we've been on this call for 25 minutes and I've been explaining all this. Unless, let's just say, if I wasn't talking and yapping, in 10 minutes, let's say 12 minutes, you could find at least one person that would be somewhat interested in your deal because they're in the area, they're fixing, flipping, they're an agent, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Any questions, any feedback, give me a like if you're watching this so more people can see it. If you like this, and if it's not, don't even like it. If you think this is trash, then yeah, I don't expect you to like it. Any questions? And I would do more of these for this deal, but I'm going to help out my guy, Johnny. Johnny, you here? Johnny, I'm about to look at my Facebook and see what we got here. Let's see. All right, Johnny, you still with us? I'm pulling up your property, brother. Okay, here it is. Okay, Johnny. I'm assuming you're still with us, Johnny. And by the way, guys, if you ever need help selling a deal, this is the perfect call to come on. I can't look up everybody's deal, but what I can do is I can pick some people like Johnny. Okay. All right, Johnny. So what Johnny did is he DM'd me the address on Facebook. I'm looking at it right now. It is in Bakersfield, California. Okay. So I'm looking at it. We're about to see what we can do and we can find a buyer for it. Okay, so this is 2 addresses. I have it on the MLS. Sellers, let's get it sold. Let's get it sold, Johnny. Let's go. So, Johnny, it looks like these are 2 addresses. Is this a duplex or what is this bad boy? We're about to find out, but it looks like you sent me 2 addresses, which is fine. But let's check it out. So we're gonna go to batch leads. We're gonna go to property search. And look, I got a little nifty pen here too. I don't even have to use my finger. Check it out. All right. All right. We're going to put in his address. I'm not going to tell you the address that he sent me because maybe Johnny doesn't want you guys to know. You can see the old list. Okay. So we'll put it into to batch and see what batch comes up with. And then I'll do that if I need to, Johnny. 7. Let's see. Oh, Johnny, this is a tough one, brother. It used to be a grocery store and is currently a church. I don't really deal with churches and grocery stores combo, switching it up. Look, I can just tell you right now that it's an interesting deal already from what you're saying. The chances of an investor really wanting to deal with something like that and invest in that and flip it, it's gonna be tighter. It's gonna be tougher to find that buyer than usual. But doesn't mean we can't try. I'm just saying I probably wouldn't touch it, but let's give it a shot. All right. So 611. Let's see. Nile. Blah blah blah. Here it is. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. All right. So it looks like it's on the main road over here. It's a good question. Someone's asking a good question I'll get to. All right, so here is where the property is. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to draw, hit that thing. Let's see what buyers we get. I just got logged out. The bump. Someone's trying to use my batch account while I'm going live. That ain't right. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do this again. Got logged out. Come on. Okay, here it is. I was feeling it too. I was in the groove. I was getting that. It's good. It's good to see me struggle through this so you guys can know, hey, Nate's done this 100 times and still struggles. So it's okay not to be perfect. All right, we're going to do it again. what cash buyers are in this area. That's the real truth. That's what we want to know. Okay. So you said it's on the MLS as well, which is fine as long as you have it for less than the listing price. That usually helps. If you're trying to sell it for above the listing price, then you're gonna struggle. It's just how it is. Buyers are gonna look at it and be like, "Bro, I see that this thing is listed, and you're selling for more than it's listed. I'll just wait till you can't sell it." All right, so these are some flips in the area. I'm gonna ask you, Johnny. Johnny, what price do you have it under contract for? Just because I know if it's listed this high, you're gonna have to have a solid discount in there. Let's see. Okay, you have it under contract for less than the list price. Okay, so this is what someone just asked. Do you do comping on this call? So look, this is the thing with comping, everybody. This is the tough thing with comping. I'm really good at comping, but you never know who's buying it. You might comp it and you might be like, hey, this is where it needs to be. And then you might get it under contract and then send it out. And then you might have comped it wrong. Or you might have not got it under contract or wanted to work it because you're like, oh, I couldn't get it low enough. And someone would have been able to pay more. So that's why I like to have my buyers first. I like to know what people are willing to pay, because then without having to get under contract and guess, I can just call some of my buyers and be like, hey, where would you be on this one? I'm negotiating this one. I like to do that more because sometimes I'd say there's like 60% of the deals that I've wholesaled, I was scratching my head. I was like, I don't know how they bought that. And so comping can be a double-edged sword. It can be like you don't work it because you think you can't get it low enough, or you work it and you're way too high. My thing is, again, if you have the buyers, you should ask them, because in all reality, they might have crews that they're able to pay less so they can pay more for your deal, and they just like have better deals on materials. So I would say don't worry so much about comping. If you're working with a seller, I would say, hey, look, if you're working with sellers motivated, I'd say work the deal. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean just lock up any piece of trash. I would recommend working with buyers so you can know exactly what they're going to pay by just calling them. But that's my opinion. So when it comes to comping, I could show you guys how to comp, but if you just go to any of these deals, like if you go here, if you click on any of these leads, batch leads comping tool of the estimated like price, the estimated value right here. This one says 738. Like that's usually pretty accurate. Okay, depends on which state you're in, if it's a non-disclosure state or not, but that's usually pretty accurate. And I'll tell you why that's pretty accurate, because this right here is currently listed for 420. Okay, and they haven't sold it yet. And batch leads estimated value is 385. So it's like $35,000 off. What is that? 40,000. But still, like, it's pretty close. So again, I don't know if that answers your question, but I wouldn't worry so much about comping because there's so many variables when selling a deal. Just if you're talking to a motivated seller, do my strategy and reach out to some buyers in the area that you know and ask them what they pay. All right, Johnny. So we're looking at some people that are flippers, and I would say none of them are the flips that I see. None of them are like, they're all like mobile homes or single family. They're not really up in that $2.5 million range. So when I call any of these, they're going to be like, yeah, man. Most of the time they're going to be like, yeah, we don't really buy at that price point, but for the sake of this call, let's call one and we can give it a shot. But yes, again, when you work on interesting deals like that, selling them is going to be a little bit more difficult just because there's not that much many options of like people that have flipped comparable properties in the area. Okay, so right here we have Laurice F. McCarty. Oh, hey, real quick, it's the agent from that deal. Hello? Hello?
Hey, it's Tyler. Just giving you a call about your property you had down the street from Brighton.
Yeah, Tyler, right? Is that what you said?
Yes, Tyler. Correct.
So Tyler, I was calling you because I have this property that I'm trying to wholesale, and I figured what my strategy is. I usually call like agents or flippers that are near properties that I have to see if they'd be interested in more flips. So my question for you is, are you just representing the flipper on the property that I called you about, or is that you that's flipping it?
I'm actually a buyer that represents a few different investors on a whole bunch of flips, and a couple of them that do over 100 a year.
Wow, amazing.
So mainly in Central Florida and a lot in Volusia County. So that's definitely right up their alley. And I deal with a whole bunch of wholesalers all the time. Of course. So I'm definitely familiar with the process.
I love it. Okay, so the one that I have, that's why you're just like, hey, send me it, and I'll see what I can do. I totally get it. Exactly, yeah. So Central Florida, you're saying Central Florida, like whether it's outside of Orlando, like
mainly when it's outside of Volusia County, they mainly try to do some higher end ones, kind of the retail, kind of above 500,000.
Okay.
But in Volusia County, they go to around retail 200 to 2 million.
So wow,
around that area.
So this one that I have that's right next year is the main issue that we've been having with it is it's a 2-1, and most buyers that we've sent there like, hey, this is pretty small. But is a 2-1? Do you guys mess around with stuff, or do your buyers still do work with those, or is that like?
It's a single family home that's a 2-1?
Yeah.
In that area?
Yeah, it's like 1,300 square feet, 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, if it's off that Spruce Creek Road area, that's something they can still look at. You just give me the address, and I'll know by the end of the night if it's something they want to bother with.
Okay, so that's what I'll do. I'll just text you the ones that I'm working on, and if you're like, hey, I've already seen that or whatever, just let me know. The reason why I do work with some other wholesalers, and they specifically reach out to me because I actually call people and talk to them versus like an email blast. I just don't say. So yeah, I'm more of a relationship kind of guy. So maybe we might be able to do quite a few deals together. If I can send you some good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Just send me addresses, and I'll know within 24 hours if it's something they want to mess with. And normally, if it's something they want to mess with, and you got plenty of pictures, I can almost give you an offer. If not, they just want to look at it for 10 minutes to be able to get an offer. So. Okay, and
last thing I'm going to say about these two is we just want offers, because we're at the point right now where like most people that have looked at it, they're just like not interested. So if your guys are somewhat interested, if they just make an offer that even if it's lower, like that's what we need so we can go back to the seller and renegotiate. So I don't know if that helps you.
No, absolutely. But the people I work with, they're used to just kind of giving their number, and their number is a number. They don't go up or down. That's just, they're happy to do it. So.
Okay, perfect. Well, any questions for me, Tyler?
No, man. I think I got it.
All right, let's see if we can do some deals together. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for calling.
Yep. Bye. Let's freaking go, boy. All right, let's hear some feedback. We're still working on your deal, Johnny, but I just got a call back from the guy I called previously on batch, and he's like, yo, just send me the freaking info, man. I'll get you an offer. He's an agent that works with a ton of different buyers. What do you guys think? Give me some feedback. I got one here saying, good job, bro. Another one saying, that was so good. Nice. Guys, let me tell you something. I'm not doing any wizardry or anything crazy right now. You can all do this. I swear. You can all just go get a property that someone already has for sale. You can say, hey, do you mind if I bring this to some people? You can get on batch, and you can just literally just start calling people. Get offers, present those offers to the wholesaler, the agent that has the deal, and say, hey, this is what we can do. Give me 5K, give me 10. Let's split the wholesale fee if we get it done. Or just say, hey, Tyler, tell your buyer to cut me in on a fee. Simple as that. Okay. You all can do this. Of course. And you say, thanks for doing this. I do this every Wednesday, guys. I do this so you guys can watch, and you can see me do deals live. And if you like this strategy, you want to know more about how to do it, I have a free masterclass that I do every Thursday where we dive in even deeper into like where to find the deals, how to do it. So if you guys are interested in like more of the strategy, I'll show you guys really quick how you can register for the free. It's free, absolutely free masterclass at Payneless Flipping. That's what we call it, painlessflipping.com. Just register for free, and we give you some free bonuses too, like a calculator and my wholesaling contract. So if you want some free stuff, freaking sign up. I just threw the link in there for everybody. All right, so Johnny, back to you, brother. And one last thing, because I did see this coming in. You said Johnny, you said save his number. So Johnny, I got them. I'm going to put them in my CRM under VIP agent in Florida, because that's who I want to make sure I remember him. So I always tag my the people I talk to in my CRM. Okay. And maybe we can talk about CRMs later and how they're super important. But all right. So Johnny, let's get back to what we're talking about. So for your deal, we're going to call Laurice F. McCarty. Okay. The McCarty Group. So this is probably another broker. Does not present the phone number on here, so I'm going to have to search it. Okay, so if anybody wants to search and find that number for me first, so it's Laurice McCarty. I think that's it. And then it's McCarty Group. And this is in CA. Let's see if we can find. Let's see. Was it Laurice or Lori? No, it's Laurice McCarty. Okay. McCarty Group Real Estate right here. Caldwell Banker. There's the number. I see it. I just saw it. Let's give him a call. All right. 66. I got it, everybody. Let's give him a call. 661 665. Okay. All right. We're giving him a call for you, Johnny. We're doing this for you, buddy. Hello, how's it going? I'm looking to get a hold of Laurice.
Yes, sir. Miss Lori is actually in a meeting at the moment. Is there anything I can do for you?
Well, I was calling about a property that they had for sale. I'm an investor, and I actually have a real estate property that I'm trying to sell. And I was wondering, since Laurice is selling this one, I'm assuming Laurice works with investors. So that's why I was calling to see if I could chat with. I don't know. I guess it's a guy, Laurice, or is that a girl?
No, it'd be Miss Lori McCarty.
Oh, okay. Well, is it? Maybe I got the wrong. It's not Laurice. It's Laura.
Well, it is Laurice. We just call her Lori, but.
Oh, Lori. Okay.
You're right. You're right.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, she definitely does work with investors. So what's your property address you're looking to sell?
So, I actually have a bunch of the details. Can I just text it over to this number, or can you just have her text me and I can send her all the info?
Yeah, absolutely. I will go ahead and give you her cell. That way you can text her, and then if you want, I can give you, or I'll text you her email as well.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, send me the contact info, and then I'll be able to send all the details to her. And if she can help, then great. If not, it's all good. I appreciate you taking my call, though.
Absolutely. Is 404-304-4202. That's a good number for you?
Solid. That's good. That's perfect.
Okay. And what's your name again, sir?
So my name is Nathan.
Okay. All right, Nathan. I'll go ahead and send you a text, and then I'll send you her email as well. That way you can go ahead and send all the details you got.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
All right, no problem, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good one. Bye. All right, everybody. So we're actually going pretty long on this call. Usually don't go that long, but we've had some good action. So what have we learned today, everybody? Go ahead. I like to interact with everybody. Tell me in the comments what you've learned today from this call. And as you're doing that, I'm going to write what I've done. Not right. I'm going to tell you what I've done. So what we did is I'm working on a property that I do not have personally under contract. I'm working with a wholesaler that has a deal that I found I connected with, and now they give me deals that they're like, hey, we need help selling this one. I went to batch, typed in the address, found a flipper, right? Using the filter, I found a flipper that flips properties, and he represents tons of cash buyers in the Central Florida area. I said, hey, I have one right by you, flip you're representing, you're doing. Would you be interested in more? He's like, send it my way. I'll know by the end of the day if what offer we can have. Once we get the offer, I'm going to present it to the wholesaler that has the deal and say, hey, can you make that work? And if you can, we're going to split the fee, or I'm going to have the buyer pay me through an invoice. Doesn't matter. I don't really care as long as I get paid and it works out, which it does. No one's snaking you. I mean, you're working with people who have done several deals. You can see because they're flipping, right? No one's snaking anybody. All right. That's what I've done. Anybody else, any other feedback that you guys got or what you've learned from today? Hopefully you learned that it's not scary to make calls. We've been on this call for about 45 minutes, and I've been talking for about half the time. So if you guys can do what I just did in less than 30 minutes, find 2 buyers or, start networking, then you can make money. You can get deals done. Okay. because I teach people how to do this and I do it, I would say I work part-time in real estate and I still do deals. And I'm not doing, like, I don't have a giant team behind me. It's like me, a virtual assistant, and a partner. So it's not like we're doing like we have crazy amount of labor, but we're doing multiple deals a month. I'm not saying we're doing like 5 or 10. We're crushing it. It's like 1, 2, 3 part-time while we teach people how to do this. Now, if I did this full-time, then double that, triple that. But I like to show people how to do this too, because I'm passionate about showing people how to do this job efficiently, effectively, and without spending a ton of money on marketing. Okay. All you need is a batch account, a CRM. You don't even need a CRM, but if you have a CRM, then it helps you out. Okay. So someone has a question, which is good. I have a question. What's the best way of presenting an offer to an agent? Should we call every agent we make an offer on and explain how we got those numbers, or what's the best way to go about this? So that's a great question. So I like to call the agent and explain that I'm an investor, but you don't call just on, like, obviously I think you know this, but you're just not calling on like any random property. You're calling on properties that look like they're distressed. And when you call them, you would say, hey, look, I'm an investor. Would this potentially be a deal where I could fix and flip it, and the seller, there's a situation where they'd be willing to go for cash, or are they just wanting to sit and wait till they get the best offer? Now, if the guy's like, they're just willing to sit and wait till they get the best offer, you can say, hey, look, I don't want to offend you, but this is where I would need to be. Throw out the offer, see what they say. You still want to make the offer, right? But you're really looking for the right opportunities, because someone can have a really crappy house but not be in a distressed situation or need to sell. They could just be like, hey, I don't care, I can wait forever for the offer I want. You're always looking for opportunities. That's what you're doing. So when I reach out directly to the wholesaler that has the deal, why do I work with wholesalers and agents that have those deals? Because they have a house for sale. I know there's motivation behind the fact that they need to sell it. They're at least working with someone that wants to sell. When you go off market, you're trying to find the person that wants to sell. Okay. So you have to overcome that hurdle already by trying to find that person that's saying, yes, I want to sell. I already attack the people or target the people that say, yes, I'm selling. Now I just need an offer. And I go for the people who, the platforms, they're like, hey, we tried selling this. No one's really responding. Will you go ahead and dive a little bit deeper? And then I'm like, sure, I'll dive a little bit deeper. Let me make a couple calls in a day, and that we'll be able to bring a buyer that way. Okay. Let's see with this. Thank you, Nathan, for trying. I really appreciate it. I got to go. All right. My buddy, Johnny, I'm going to send you the contact info that they text me, and I want you to call, and I want you to give me an update next week and tell everyone what you're able to do. But make sure, Johnny, I will say one last thing. You got to spend your time. I'm not saying you're not spending it wisely. I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying, make sure you're spending on opportunities where when you get it under contract, you can sell it. Because if you're working on weird stuff, like weird properties, if it was a church, a shopping center, it's going to be tough. You're going to find it more difficult. If you can find properties that are single family, like 3-2s, 4-2s, those get sold quickly because people know that there's comps in the area. Flippers get a little wary about, I think the word's wary about flipping properties that are weird. Okay. I'm sure you would too. You wouldn't want to buy this because you're like, I don't know who's going to buy it. All right, everybody. And, oh, cool. I'll send you that info. Johnny, just text me. Look, all the stuff that's going on. All right, everybody. Well, this has been the Payneless Cash Buyer Secret Call, how to find buyers for your cash deals. If you guys could do me one last favor before you go, just give me a dang like. Okay, give me a like so this can hit more people. And if you really want to tickle me and make me happy, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Okay, wherever you're watching this, subscribe. Go to Nathan Payne, Payneless Flipping, the YouTube channel. Subscribe. Really trying to grow that channel so we can get this in front of more people. It'd really help me out. So if you want to serve somebody today, help me out, and I will serve you by continuing to bring this call to everybody here. See you next week, dude. Every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And we will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.